Hi guys, my name is Chloe, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the "Why haven't I read these books yet" tag. So I thought this would be quite an easy tag considering there are a ton of books that I just haven't read yet because I keep hauling them and not reading them, but actually it was quite tricky. So I was tagged over by Amy over at Booktube with Amy. I will link her channel down below, please do check her out. I've been especially enjoying her try out this trope vlog series at the moment, so you should definitely check that one out. I will also link down the original creator down below because I've completely forgotten who that was. But anyway, let's get into the tag. So this is quite a short tag, there are only 5 prompts, so this is probably going to be a nice and short video. So prompt number 1 is classic book, and this one was quite tricky for me because I don't own that many classics, and the ones I have owned I have read. This one's kind of cheating and I will let you know why, but for this one I'm going to pick Dracula by Bram Stoker. I've owned this one for so long, I hauled it absolutely ages ago, and this one I did attempt to read last October but only got like 130 pages in, and I just put it down and never got around to it. So this October I am attempting this again, and I have since started it since I initially put down my answers for this tag. So technically I haven't read it yet, but hopefully I'm going to by the end of October. I just don't know why I haven't read this book before. I've adored vampires, so I should probably read the original, or at least one of the originals. It's just so long, it's like nearly 500 pages for a classics, and I'm not a classics person. And when I was reading it last time it was quite dry and I just lost interest. So that's why I haven't picked it up in a good long time, but hopefully I can finish it this year. So the next prompt is a fiction book, and for this one I'm going to choose House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. This one I hauled, it was either last October or the one before. I picked up a few spooky books and this was one of them. And this one really intrigued me at the time, and I was hearing great things about it. And recently, funnily enough, I've been hearing some more good things about this book, so I should read it. I just have no idea why I haven't. I'm not too sure what this one is about anymore, but I think it's about a group of, it says it's about a group of sisters, and weird things keep happening to them. There's mentions of the supernatural, so it sounds really good, and it's also like 280 pages, so I don't know why I haven't read this one yet. Maybe I should squeeze this one in October if I've got the chance, because it's tiny and I should read it. Doing this video has reminded me that I have this book and that I actually am interested in reading this one. The next prompt is a non-fiction book, and to be honest I don't actually own that many non-fiction books. I almost exclusively read fiction books, aside from, you know, when I was at university. So for this one I didn't really have many choices, and for this one I've gone for The Body by Bill Bryson. This one I hauled during my undergraduate degree, which was human biosciences, so very human biology based, which is why I picked this book up. And I thought I would read it in my spare time whilst I was studying, just you know, to get that extra level of revision in. That never happened. Still haven't read it yet, but I still own it because it is one that I want to read eventually, and now I'm not actively studying, I might enjoy this book a lot more. I did read the first chapter or so and it is quite humorous, so it isn't just dry and boring. The author at least tries to make it that little bit more interesting, so it might be good. But yeah, that's why I never picked this one up. The next prompt is a genre book, and for this one I've gone with fantasy because that's one of my favourite genres, and for this book I have chosen A Far Wilder Magic by Alison Saft. This one I hauled earlier this year, I think I hauled it in February. When I visited family up in Coventry. I went into their Waterstones because if I go to a new place I need to check out their Waterstones, and yeah, I picked this one completely up on an impulse. The cover looked really cool and the back sounded really interesting, and I have heard some good things about this and I was really excited to read it, and then I just didn't. And again for this one I just have no idea why. That's quite a trend with me. I just pick up books and then they just sit aside for no particular reason really, they just sit there. But yeah, I've even forgotten what this one is about. It just says, an intoxicating love story set against a mythical hunt. And yeah, based in a gothic town. So another one that actually might be better for this time of year. So yeah, I should also probably read this book. And the final prompt number 5, is a book that's been on your TBR for the longest. This one isn't necessarily the oldest book that I own that's been unread, but I went on Goodreads. I started my Goodreads at the end of 2019, I think, and this is the first book on there that I marked as want to read that I now own. So that's what I went for. And this one is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Yeah, I added this one way back in 2019. It was getting a lot of hype at the time when I joined Goodreads, so I wanted to read this, and then a year or so later I picked up this copy at a charity shop and I was really hyped for it. It sounded really interesting to me because I think in this one the detective or the person we're following wakes up in the body of a different guest each day, and that day is relived over and over, and that's how he solves the crime of who killed Evelyn, I think. And that just really intrigued me because I am an Agatha Christie fan and I love those mysteries, and this was a really like intriguing take on how a murder mystery could play out really. So that's why I wanted to read it at the time. I just haven't yet. Another reason why I haven't picked this one up so much is because when I first joined Goodreads and stuff, I was more into thrillers and mysteries, and recently I've just been reading a lot more fantasy. So my thriller shelf is a little bit intimidating at the minute because it's packed full of thrillers and stuff that I've picked up secondhand at charity shops and have yet to read. They've been abandoned. So that's also another reason why I haven't read this book, and it is also kind of massive as well. So that's just another reason why I haven't picked this one up. So there we are. There are some reasons for these handful of books why I haven't read them yet. Obviously there are loads of them, and yeah, like I said, there isn't really a reason. I just get excited by something, put it down, and then I want to read a different thing instead, really. That's usually how it goes for me. Yeah. But anyway, that's that tag. Thanks again to Amy for tagging me in this one. Again, I don't really have anyone to tag at the moment. I was a bit short on time, so didn't have time to reach out and see which people had done this tag yet. So if you are watching this one and you want to give this a nice and quick tag a go, give it a go and tag me. I would love to hear your answers as well. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you are enjoying your current read, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!